So we came out here about a year ago to a friend's property to look at all the cool cars he had. And then we spotted this thing, a 1967 Pontiac Grand Prix. Hello and welcome to another episode of Armor Performance. I'm Atticus and this is a 1967 Pontiac Grand Prix. It's been sitting here since '96 on a friend's property. He's got a bunch of cool cars out here. First, we will be lifting it off the ground to see if the floors are rotted out. If the floors are too rotted, then it is not for us worth saving this car. If they're not that rotted, then we'll probably work on it some more and see what we can do with it.
Good night. I've never seen so much. Man, there's the fender skirt right there. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Holy moly. Did that part look solid?
Tupperware. Oh,
That's
good
vintage.
stuff. Let me take that in the house.
Yeah, take it. Don't tell her where you found it.
I'll have my cereal in that.
Disgusting.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, I found where the rats were getting in.
Oh,
That hole in that drain hole in the.
yeah. Ooh. Aluminum.
There you go.
Good
I
stuff.
didn't even know that. Whole 9 yards of it.
I don't know why that's in here.
So we emptied out the trunk. There's a few spots. We've got some here, and we've got a spot here. There was lots of rat droppings. We've found some cool stuff here.
Don't go too fast.
So it's got a few spots, but it's not as bad as we thought. Now we're gonna lift it up and see what the floor pans look like.
There's that.
There we go.
Let's see if and if that piece of wood will go on it.
Yeah, where is it?
Right there.
Yeah.
We got one corner up. Need to go up a little bit more.
That's do it right there.
Good. All right. You ready?
So we got it up in the air, and somehow the floors are not bad at all. It looks like we may be able to fix this up after all. So we came out here about a year ago to a friend's property to look at all the cool cars he had. And then we spotted this thing, a 1967 Pontiac Grand Prix. My dad loved how the front of it looked with the the hideaway headlights and the blinkers contoured into the car. We came out here in January to check for rust, and surprisingly it did not have a lot of it. So here we are, 4 months later in late April. We're gonna try to start it and see if it'll run and get it that much closer to being back on the road. So I decided to start looking at the brakes, and I just took the cap off the master cylinder, and it's bone dry. So we're gonna pour some brake fluid in there, but odds are the whole brake system's gonna have to be rebuilt. So we put a battery in it, and there's no power going anywhere. So we checked the cables, and those were good. So the first step is to pull out the starter, and we are going to test it to make sure it's good.
What's going to happen is if it works, it should throw out that gear that's right there. I've got the negative cable grounded to the starter. I've got the positive hooked up to the main part of the solenoid, and then when I throw out the starter switch, it should throw that gear out if it's any good. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? So the starter works. So that's something.
See if these tires hold in the air. So there's dirt in the valve stem, which is common on a car that's been sitting in the dirt for 30 years. So how we're going to solve this problem is we're going to take a flathead, gently clean around, and then we're going to take some WD-40 and we're going to spray it in the valve stems, and that'll help break down the dirt. Clearly it has some electrical issues, and we're going to have to sort that out. We also want to move it out of where it's sitting now so it can be easier to work on. So we've gotten as far as we can today, and we hope to get back out here another day. So we got as far as we could the other day, and now we're going to try to work on it some more and try to get it to start. So right now, Dad is backing out the engine bay, as you can see, and then in just a minute, I will be getting inside the car to do the most disgusting job of restoring a car that's been sitting for 30 plus years. Getting rid of the rat manure. So I vacuumed out the car and cleaned out and ripped out all of the carpet. So I'm going to show you inside in just a second. Show you inside the interior. Lock. So mechanically wise, right now we've put the starter back in, and we are working on turning over the engine. So bad news. We tried to rotate the motor, and it'll only turn about it'll only go about a quarter of a turn each way. So then this engine is not happy, and we are not going to be able to finish this in the time frame we have. It was disappointing to see all that work we put into that beautiful car not turn out the way we had hoped. But maybe another day we can come back out here and help bring it back to the days of glory it deserves. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.